In the late 1970s, a new breed of bodybuilder emerged. Men carved from raw ambition, steel, and a fierce hunger to dethrone legends. They weren't content to just lift weights. They wanted to lift the sport itself, higher, harder, and louder than ever before. This is the story of a man who dared to challenge the greats. A man who built his body like a weapon, his confidence like a wall, and his reputation as a storm.
And he comes storming in. He's got a head, he's red-faced and angry. And he's sort of yelling at Joe. They had a few words like you're not keeping your promises, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm there with Joe. I'm witnessing this whole thing.
He grew up in a working-class environment, the kind where muscle wasn't decoration, it was survival. The iron wasn't foreign to him, it was familiar. Blue-collar grit translated easily into barbell discipline. But his introduction to bodybuilding wasn't about trophies. It was about power. He saw the photos of Arnold, Franco, and Lou and thought, I can do that. His genetics were undeniable. Wide clavicles, flaring lats, and arms that seemed to grow from sheer stubbornness. Early training partners remember him as the guy who never quit, who'd slam the weights down and shout, again. Even when his hands bled, he trained in basements, garages, and any gym that would tolerate his intensity. Every rep was personal. Every pump a statement. There's a claim often repeated in old-school bodybuilding circles that in 1974, he bench pressed 430 pounds, breaking a local or regional record. The story shows up in interviews, retellings, and even in modern YouTube commentary. But like many gym floor legends of that era, the lift isn't found in any verified sanctioned powerlifting meet records from the time. So while the 430-pound figure remains unconfirmed, one thing is certain. He was strong. Not bodybuilder strong. Not photo shoot strong. Working class, bar bending, chalk covered. Strong. There's one moment in his career that still echoes through the iron halls of bodybuilding history. In the year 1977, the stage lights glared. The crowd buzzed, and standing across from him was the man the magazines had already crowned in advance, the rising star, the philosopher of muscle, the heir apparent to the golden era throne. Mike Mentzer. Mentzer was the favorite. The technicians loved him. The judges trusted him. The commentators praised him. He had the shape, the proportion, the theory. He was supposed to win. But when the time came, something shifted.
And then the 77, of course, was much worse because I lost it, having been designated the favorite that year. But even that didn't bother me so bad. I've never taken a defeat that bad. It was very, very good shape where I was definitely off.
Our man didn't walk onto that stage to play polite. He walked in like a storm. Thick through the chest, arms full and round, back wide and defiant. A physique built not for aesthetics alone, but for impact. And when he posed, it wasn't choreography, it was combat. The crowd felt it. The judges felt it. Even Mentzer felt it. Pose for pose, shot for shot, the favorite found himself being pushed, not by politics, not by hype, but by raw physical presence. When the final scores were read, the expected script fell apart. The favorite did not win. The crown went to the underdog, the man who refused to bend, who refused to play the game, who showed that muscle isn't measured in admiration. But in the moment the room can't look away from him. That victory didn't just shake the competitive standards, it shook the culture, because it proved something everyone suspected but rarely got to see. You don't have to be the chosen one to be the strongest man in the room. So, who is this Golden Era legend who challenged Joe Weider to his face? The man who took down Mentzer at his peak? He was the man who stood up to the system. The man with arms like cannons and a spirit that couldn't be broken. The man who dared to challenge the founder of the IFBB himself. His name was Cal Stalin. And if you like what we are doing at the Pump Files, subscribe and smash the notification bell like it's your last rep. See you next time and keep pumping.